Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Raw Report, episode 3, brought to you by the Raw Fantasy Sports Organization. Today, we'll be talking Cowboys, their three top players voted out of the top 10 by executives and coaches, and what's next for the Bucs. Gronk retires, Fournette shows up heavier than ever to camp, and will Tom Brady get his 8th ring? We'll also be talking about the Dolphins and their upcoming season and predictions. Tyreek Hill is out here running with surprises, and we'll be discussing the top 10 for the upcoming NFL 100. What's going on, guys? I'm your host, Jerry, my co-host, X and Bones. How you guys doing?
Yo, what's up, fam? How's everybody?
Pretty good, man. So I'm seeing these reports that executives and coaches voted out, to be very specific, Zeke, Dak, and CeeDee Lamb out of the top 10 in the upcoming season.
I don't see how it should be a problem. I've never seen CD in the top 10 in my life. However, Dak, he was certainly an elite quarterback before he got his injuries. Last year he came back. They played all right. But let's see if CD can make that jump as a wide receiver 1 without Cooper. Of course, he's still got Michael Gallup. So let's see what they do. Everybody, they're waiting to see what Zeke got in the tank. I think it's about Tony Pollard on his, off downs. Zeke has converted into more of a power back, some would say. So, we'll see what the Cowboys do. And I really don't see them, excelling. I could see the Commanders being better than the Cowboys next year. And we'll see what CD has.
Shots fired.
And we'll see what Zeke could do, but everyone knows, my mother could have ran behind that line for a couple of those years, and she could have had 1,000. I love Zeke, but I think it's about Tony Pollard now and what he can do as an explosive player himself. So, yeah.
It's giving huge Giants fandom, and I love it because he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Dak, in my opinion, on the decline. Doesn't have, that it factor to push him past, past the hump. Zeke, that boy eats his cereal way too much. He lost his burst, no more acceleration. And CD's definitely going to be a player to look out, not only personally, but also in fantasy, because it's him. It's him.
Right,
the offense is going to be surrounded around him because Zeke can no longer be, a touch 25 down running back anymore. Loosen up his load, throw it up a little bit more. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see how Mike McCarthy runs the show, because we all know he's ruined some games, bad timeout usage, bad play call at the end of the game, going away from, things like that. So we'll see if Mike McCarthy can get it together this year for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the only person that's going to have a solid season there, maybe 2, Dak, I think, is going to put up his usual stats, but I don't think he's going to take the Cowboys anywhere further than where they already been. I think CeeDee Lamb is too early to call. That's why they probably voted him out of the top 10, because he hasn't had that significant amount of time on the field yet. But I think this season he has a lot of things to prove. So it's something to keep in mind that he's going to be getting a lot of touches. And Zeke, I think he's out of gas, man. I think he's already peaked. He put up the stats that he was going to put up. He is no longer that workhorse that we got to know when he first came into the league. So I think Dak is going to have a solid season. I think CD is bound, and he's bound to become explosive in the league. He's going to be becoming a top receiver in the near future. But that's as far as the Cowboys go. Mike McCarthy, he's just Jerry Jones' puppet for say. Jerry Jones always likes to have 100% control of all his teams. So I think Mike McCarthy is just going to do what Jerry Jones tells him until the experiment is over, and then it's time to move on to another coach that's probably going to get them further than what Mike McCarthy did. Something like what we saw with Jason Garrett, which I still think was the biggest mistake Jerry Jones did. But he's the type of guy that likes to run a tight ship, with his usual weekly radio show and all that stuff. But I definitely think that the Cowboys are just not going to do very much. And like X said, the Commanders are probably going to do more work than they are. They're pretty stacked on their end. And I think they're going to be going head to head with the Eagles for that division.
Yeah. Let's not sleep on the Giants, too. Let's not do it.
I mean, yeah, you have Saquon. I'm not gonna lie. If Saquon's back to form, yeah.
Yeah, Tony Pollard is gonna end up taking over that running back. He's gonna end up splitting it with Zeke, and they're gonna end up splitting up their stats. But I think Tony Pollard has a shot of taking over stat wise. You know, he was a good fantasy pickup last year.
Yeah, yeah. Zeke will pound it first and second down, and if he ends up getting the ball on the third down, then he's going to probably break one, or not. So that team goes as far as Pollard takes them.
He might even take the starting spot.
Yeah, could.
Yeah. So in other news, Gronk finally retired forever. He hung him up. He says he no longer wants to do it. And what do you guys think about his legacy? I mean, I think he's going to go down as the greatest tight end to ever play the game. And much respect to Tony Gonzalez. You know, I know he did work when he was in the league, but I think Gronk just went down as the greatest tight end of all time.
Okay, I mean, you got it when you're saying, we talk about Super Bowl appearances, even if they didn't win all of them, he's gone to the Super Bowl. He's won his game. He's made his due. He's played hurt time and time again. He gave his heart, his soul, he gave everything to that team. And he's put up stats to be one of the greatest. Uh I would say, yeah, I agree with you. Prime, there's not many tight ends better than a prime Gronk. So, even Tony Gonzalez's best days, I don't know if he has Gronk numbers too. Gronk's put up 1,700 yards in a season as a tight end. That's still a record. So
Yeah.
Let me double down on that. He is going to go down as the greatest tight end. He did it all. He blocked like a lineman. He ran routes like a slot receiver. And he
yeah,
caught everything almost his way. And he wasn't afraid to go down the middle. Gronk has been popped so many times. Not once did that man complain. Hence, the 5 Super Bowl appearances, the rings, all that. So, yeah, greatest tight end. Hopefully he says retired.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
He's taken a significant amount of hits, man. I mean, he's probably as young as we are, and he's had like over 16 surgeries, I believe, man. So it's a lot of wear and tear on the body, although he's very young. If barring injury, he probably would have had another 5 seasons in him. But he definitely sacrificed his body, and being 6'6" at tight end, when you fall on that ground, it's not nice on your body after a while, but he did sacrifice his body. I think he had a tremendous amount of impact in the game, something that doesn't get accounted for most of the time, but he definitely switched things up, added more personality to the game, more attitude than we used to in recent years. And he definitely brought the element of celebration back. He's never been afraid to do him, even under Belichick. And I think he was very special to the game, dude. I mean, that's a lot of rings, that's a lot of triumph in the game, and he got to where he got.
yeah, no,
So
he's
that's
definitely.
good, man. I see that Leonard Fournette showed up to camp completely overweight, man, at 260. What do you
Yeah,
guys make of this upcoming season for the Bucks?
yo, he looked like a tank coming in there, bro. Coaches were pissed.
And they were like, who's that? Jerome Bettis out of retirement?
They thought the bus. It's the bus to go. So I don't know. Let's see if he gets in shape. Let's see if he can just shed like body fat, or just shed water
in,
and just
in
cut up.
shape. In shape. Man got to lose 30, 40 pounds. Season starts in a month and a half. Brady right now probably questioning his return. Probably.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if he gets some catches like he
Yeah,
did
it's
last.
That's
they're
true. That's
saying
true.
this. They're saying it's gonna take months for him to get back into shape. But unless he gets some real conditioning under his belt, I don't think he might even be ready for the start of the season.
I
And you
think he
got
got
Rashad White, eyeing his job as well. So it's
he
a
got his.
young running back.
Did they pay for that?
Yeah. Recently,
Yeah.
he just signed his deal. Because I remember the Dolphins had interest in him. And this was this past off season. And he went back to the Bucks. That's
Yeah.
right. So boy got paid.
They
Then he
did.
ate.
Kid,
Then
and
he
now
ate.
Considering that they still got their team intact, I think that's a lack of consideration for the team. And you got Brady, you got Fournette, You got Mikey Evans. You got Chris Godwin still in there. Cameron Brate. So he shows up to camp not ready to win that eighth, and I think Tom Brady wants to win that eighth, man.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll see how.
I don't think it happens this year. I think Brady finally hits that wall. I feel like at some point in time he's going to feel that this is his retirement tour, and it's going to go down that way.
It's not happening this year. I think there's too many good teams in the NFC to let Brady even see the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Rams. They still got this. They're bringing their squad back. You still got the Cardinals. Let's not forget. You have the Niners ain't going nowhere. They still got that defensive line. You still got the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, who, yeah, he chokes, but they lose to good teams too. So let's see if Brady could even sniff the playoffs first before we start talking about another Super Bowl.
He might. That division is probably the Bucks. If things don't go south of the Bucks, it's their division. Everybody else in that division is playing catch up.
Right. But I mean, don't sleep on New Orleans. I think New Orleans and Jameis, if he comes back healthy, they could pitch some stats. They got Mike Evans, they got Kamara, they still got Cam Jordan on defense, they got Lattimore on defense. They have a team, so
We'll see, man.
Let's see what they got. They're not to be.
They lost their offensive anchor on their line to the Dolphins, so let's see. Alvin Kamara really always thanked Armstead at the end of the season. Let's see.
New one.
Let's see how that goes. So, and that upsets me because I'm a huge Kamara fan, for fantasy. And now I really got a question: how well is he gonna do without that left tackle? Opening up holes for him.
Yeah, it was a Reek Armstead. No, who was it? What was his name? Armstead, right? Something Armstead.
Armstead, yeah. T. Armstead, Teron Armstead. He out here, Miami. Tua's new protector.
Speaking of Miami, we got Tyreek Hill out here talking crazy, saying the new Dolphins are the 2019 Chiefs, gunning for that Super Bowl, bro. I don't believe it.
Is it crack? Listen. I don't know, man. Tyreek is only speaking like a true Super Bowl winning top 5 player that he is. That man has all the confidence in the world. He's proven it time and time again on Sundays. I don't know if we're the 19 Chiefs.
He got the bag, and he's going to talk highly of the Dolphins. However, after this first year of not getting stats, like a Mike Wallace did back in his day, he's going to be upset. So we'll see what happens next year, because this year I don't see the Dolphins doing much.
Ooh, I don't know, man. I have to highly disagree with you on that. I feel like Tua's gonna. I feel like we have Alabama Tua back. He has his confidence with him. He's stronger, maturing. He's out there every day. This is his last curtain call, And I hate saying that because it makes it seem like, like it's like his last legs in the league, and it's not really. He just finally has a chance to truly show what he can do with a good team behind him. Hasn't really hit me yet because I'm still reading about what happened last year, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, like beat a playoff team and then not make the playoffs. Like, it's crazy. But they can 9 wins. I'm fronting. They're not going to be awful, but they can get a couple wins. But I don't see them making the playoffs by any stretch.
Miami hasn't seen a top 10 offensive season in over 20 years. So yeah. It's my expectations are just a hot start. I that's all I want. I don't even want to do a prediction final for the Dolphins. I just want to see a good start and build off from that. And hopefully in my lifetime I'll be able to see a team roll out from that tunnel wielding a top 10 offense. So yeah. I'm ready. Tua, let's go.
We'll see what
Dolphins. The Dolphins under a new head coach that's never coached before. Tua's under immense pressure to perform and put up some stats and get some W's and get him to a playoff win. At the very least, I think he's past making the playoffs. And that's almost has to be a short shot if he wants to stay on board. He finally has the weapons that he needed all along, and it's time for no excuses. If he doesn't produce, he's probably out of there. But I don't think they're gonna do much because they have a rookie head coach. I think that guy has a lot to learn because he's been in the league for a while, but not in the head coaching position. Those are a lot of personalities. These are grown men to manage. You might as well have gotten a new team altogether, but we'll got to see how that chemistry works out. These guys don't have much size at all. You know, Cheetah is Cheetah, but you know, Tua is a left-handed short quarterback, and so we'll see if we can manage the pocket at all, if he can stop scrambling, maybe. But we'll see what he can do with Tyreek because I don't think the Dolphins are gonna do much of what they've already been doing. You know, so
Yeah, I agree.
sorry, buddy.
Turning heads, baby. We're turning heads out here. Y'all see this. I can't wait.
All right, with the season
create a
coming up, we got
montage.
with the season coming up, we got the NFL Top 100. So we're gonna review the top 10 real quick, and let's see who's dropping in and who's dropping out from
it's gonna
last
be
year's
hot.
top 100.
Let's see.
Definitely gonna be hot. We're gonna start at number 10. We got Josh Allen. Does he go up or down on this list?
Yeah,
he's higher. He's higher.
At maybe 10, right? Or maybe high.
Nah, he's higher. He's definitely gonna sniff number 6.
Yeah,
number 6. Did you not see what he did? He practically beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Yeah,
There's only 13 seconds left, and only because you got Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. What we know, tight end 1, wide receiver 1, it's the only, and QB 1. It's the only reason why they were able to go down the field the way they did and go to overtime with that field goal. But Josh Allen got him. 3 touchdowns in the last 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. Yeah, man. He's definitely higher than 10.
Yeah, you definitely got there. Yeah, he is top. Yeah, I'll put him at 6 at least. Top. Yeah, he's top 10.
6. I don't know about top 5, but yeah.
I mean, who you got? You got Donald down there, of course. You know.
But no, hold on. Let's go by the numbers. Let's go by the numbers. This says Josh Allen. What's up? Who's next?
TJ Watt at number 9, linebacker for the Steelers.
Yeah, he stays. He stays top 10.
He's out of my top 10.
He just won Defensive Player of the Year. How is he out?
I feel like there were more impactful players than him. I feel maybe he's 10. Maybe he's 10.
Would you swap him out for Stephon Diggs? Stephon Diggs didn't make the top 10 last year.
No. Stephon Diggs is not a top 10 player.
Yeah, no.
We also had DeAndre Hopkins, D-Hop.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out.
Still top 20 though, but he's not top 10 this after last season.
Now they'll probably
the greatest of all time, Tom Brady.
I'll leave him there.
Out of respect, yeah. You leave him there.
Yeah, I'd leave him in the top 10 too. I don't think he's gonna be horrible this season, but he's not gonna be top 5, that's for sure.
The only player to never fall out the top 10 since this started. Brady.
Nah, he came back versus the Rams. Let's not forget. He made that a ball. And then the Rams, eked it out with a field goal at the end of the game. But Brady came back. So he's still top 10. All right. Who's next?
Yeah, I think he drops. I think he definitely drops, but he's still included in the top 10.
Yeah.
Then you got my guy Devontae Adams, baby. He wasn't top 5 last year. I think he's making it this year, man.
Yeah, he's top 10 this year. He's top 10.
Yeah, he's in there.
I'm saying top 5. He's definitely top 10. You're saying top 5 here.
Hey, I mean, he's you're not wrong.
I have a special unnamed receiver above Devontae Adams. I'll come to him later. Let's get through the list.
Okay.
The next we got Travis Kelce. I got him dropping, man.
No, he stays.
I'll keep him top 10. That's it.
Keep him top 10. Top 5? Unanimous? No?
He's He's top 10, but is he top 5? I see him dropping a little bit on the top 10 list.
Top five.
Okay.
Five.
Okay.
Next on the list is Derrick Henry.
Dropping.
Oh, he's dropping. He's dropping.
He's dropping.
He's
He's
dropping
he's still
hard.
he's still King Henry, but you know he did miss a little portion of last season, and mind you, this list is only based off what happened to the season prior. So, is he a top 10 overall player? Still healthy? Yeah, for sure. But in this list, yeah, he's
Yeah.
dropping out of that top 10.
Well, on any given day, Derrick Henry could be the best running back, and then like fantasy wise, you could not love to draft him early. Like you could hate to draft him at 5, and it's like a good move, but you could hate it because you know what it comes with. Like if he gets hurt, then you're done. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we have Aaron Rodgers here.
Oh,
Hey,
Rodgers.
Rod.
Yeah, I guess he stays top 10, but he drops because now I guess Josh Allen goes above everyone we just named, right?
No.
No, not maybe
Mm.
Devontae, if anything.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Yeah, based off who we just named, you might be just right.
who?
Next on the list, you got Aaron Donald.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Donald.
He's a
yeah,
beast. He's gonna do work.
yeah,
He's gonna stay top 3,
Yeah,
in
and then
my
you got
opinion.
yeah, it's
yeah.
Donald,
He's top 3.
Allen, Devontae, and somebody else.
And now we got Patrick Mahomes, number
Patrick.
He was the
1.
top. He was top player last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
This year,
he's top 5. Top 5.
he's top. Yeah, he's top 5 this year. He's top 5 this year.
Who's left?
Easily top 5 for sure. That's a top 10 right there. Josh Allen, TJ Watt, DeAndre Hopkins, Tom Brady, Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce, Derrick Henry, Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Donald, and Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, so then the top
Okay.
5 NFL players are Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Donald, and who you got 4 and 5?
Tyreek Hill and Cooper Cup.
Tyreek Hill top 4 in the NFL.
Look, you know what? Look, that's what I wanted to talk about. So Cooper Cup, to me, I believe was the best wide receiver this
Ooh,
past season, and
okay.
he should be the highest rated wide receiver in this year's list. Where does that rank him? Top 5. All right, Aaron Donald, number 1 to me. That
Yeah,
man was on a mission all year, so to me, I think he'll be number 1. Number 2, man, that's tough. A-Rod, man. Aaron Rodgers had a hell of a regular season.
yeah, but you got to say Patty or Josh at this point because you fear more than Aaron.
I
Those
feel
guys,
Aaron Rodgers. I feel Aaron Rodgers all day over these guys. Do you put another quarterback in the top 10 this year?
if anything, it's going to be Kyler
Yeah, over Joe Shiesty.
or Joe. But I need it again from Joe. I
Oh,
need it again.
Joe Burrow. I got my money on Joe Burrow, top 10, baby.
Joe
Again,
Burrow
Has to
across the
be.
top 10?
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Now, where do you put him? Bottom 5 or top
Look,
5?
falls out. Henry falls out.
He bottom
Hopkins,
5.
yeah, Hopkins falls out. And who else falls out?
Mm-hmm.
Or no? Who was the other guy we named?
Brady goes down. Brady goes down on the list. And I said TJ Watt might be looking at 12 or 11 because of the other players.
Okay, I respect it. And then you sneak in like a Kyler or Joe. That's it.
I'd say Tyreek Hill had a bigger impact than Kyler Murray in the regular season.
Definitely.
I mean, that man did it all.
Yeah.
Saved their season practically, and then lost to Joe Shiesty in the
Yeah.
AFC Championship.
Yeah, I know. But then but Joe's coming hungry, bro. Chase is no joke. Chase is taking 5-yard catches and taking them to like 91 yard. Like he's going crazy.
Where do you put Chase?
Yeah,
Top 20?
it's definitely Cincinnati's time to shine, dude. I mean, at least one of those Ohio teams has to shine, but Cincinnati's on it right now, man. They got young receivers. They got a fresh new quarterback. I'm big on Joe Burrow, man.
Now Chase catches everything too, and then they got T Higgins. They still got Boyd. You know, they got I think they got Eifert still at tight end, and they still got Joe Mixon. So they got Joe and Joe, and it's perfect, man. It's a nice little mix they got going, and they don't even have to ride on Mixon because Joe Burrow can throw so much, and he's so accurate that like you can have a pass heavy game against the Ravens, against the Steelers. These teams aren't these are historically defensive teams that now you throwing the ball on them. So
Yeah.
Joe Burrow fast. So we'll see if he puts it up again. We'll see if he has 40 touchdowns because he could do it.
Ooh. Okay, so you're saying it's their division again next year?
Oh, absolutely. It's the Bengals division. Absolutely.
Ooh, the Ravens fell off like that. Okay, okay. You know what? But you're right. You're right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're gonna make
Right.
noise, but not as much noise as Cincinnati, man. Let's not front here.
Yo, we love Lamar, but they have to run the ball a lot in order to be successful. And the Bengals don't. And I just feel like at the end of the day, the Bengals have, a better offense, a better defense, and, they can make more moves. They just came off a Super Bowl and they had no business being in that fucking Super Bowl, but they were in it. And it's crazy because nobody expected them. You know what I mean? Like the way they were,
Nobody.
well, let's run into the Chiefs. And the Chiefs gave them hell. And then, Andy Reid had a special game. And then Joe Burrow came back. He's shiesty. So he's that dude. So he's coming back next year looking to throw 40 and he's angry. Now he wants a chip. Now he feels like he belongs. So
Okay. All right. So hot take. Does Joe Shiesty make this year's top five?
I think Joe Shiesty's in the top 10 already. He can establish himself as top five. Yes, he can. If he stays healthy. That's it. All he gotta do is stay healthy and he's top five.
Yeah,
He
I don't
may
think he's gonna be on a top 5 list this year, but he'll definitely be on the top 10, bottom 10.
Yeah, but he wins MVP. Even if he loses in the playoffs, he can still be top five.
it's I can't wait. I can't wait for the list to come out so we can go ahead and look at our predictions. See how close we were. I don't think we'll see any surprise players outside of the players that we mentioned right now. Being Joe Burrow, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Cup. Who else did we add on the list now? That wasn't there last year? It was
Yeah,
Cup, Hill,
Cooper
Burrow.
Cup. Cooper Cup wasn't even top 20 last year. So that's gonna be a hell of a
Huge
jump
jump.
if he does crack the top 10 because he wasn't even top 20, not top 25 either, not top 30. So that's
right.
gonna be crazy to see if he ends up on the top 10 because his stats are ridiculous.
No, and you know who could end up being a top 10, position player? Debo. Debo's knocking on that door too.
Hmm.
So
Debo is definitely going to be up there,
yeah,
true.
yeah,
But top 10 though? Hmm.
and he's dragging teams to the end zone. Like he's a force. In fantasy, I had a great time with Debo last year. So, I just recommend.
The only thing that worries me about Debo, the only thing that worries me about Debo at the moment is the whole quarterback situation. Jimmy G, I hear that he might ask to get released because there's no teams vying a trade for him. All right. So he's
Oh,
either gonna be stuck in San Francisco or they're gonna have to release him. And then Trey Lance is this young, unproven quarterback. So you got a tricky quarterback situation for Debo right now. So I'm not sure if it's gonna pan out statistically for him.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
I mean, but who would want him? Who would want Jimmy G?
Yeah, I'd
I don't
keep both.
think now maybe Atlanta, maybe Atlanta.
I would say Jacksonville, but I just forget that Sunshine is there because they didn't do much last year. Who else needs a quarterback? Seattle. Ooh, could he fall within the division? Could Jimmy G fall into Seattle's hands?
Possibly. So
Possibly. Who they got starting right now?
they got Drew Lock.
Okay. All right.
Drew Lock, but they got Noah Fant.
I know you rooting for Drew Lock X.
Yeah, I mean, I not a biggest Drew Lock fan, but I'm a Drew Lock truther. And he can, if he stays healthy, let's see what he can do with Fant. His Fant was his boy in Denver. So let's see if they can have a QB tight end connection in Seattle, put something together. They still got DK, they still got Tyler Lockett. So let's see if he can fall into the mix and have some stats. He can have some weeks. With like a 4 touchdown game. You know how it happens every year. It'll be a random quarterback balling out. A la Fitzpatrick or something. Fitzmagic. It'll be a random quarterback just going crazy, and I think he could have a few of those games. Drew Lock could have a game with like 3 touchdowns that nobody saw week one. One of those. Like last year, Jameis had 5 touchdowns week one versus Green Bay, and nobody saw that. And he's in for some of those games if he stays healthy.
Man, only Jameis can pull off stunts like that and then go incognito for 7 weeks and then do it again. That's his match. That's Jameis' match. I don't know about Drew Lock.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see Seattle going far though, but he can have some games. That's all I mean.
You know what? This being the NFL, I don't see any other option now that I truly think about it. I think he's going to fall into Seattle's hands, and it's going to be a saucy little headline for the NFC West.
Yeah, there's not many places where he can go at the moment. Everybody has a quarterback for the most part, so pretty soon we're gonna have pretty decent quarterbacks playing backup roles. That's what it looks like. That's what it sounds like.
Right.
Yeah, we're shaping up for the new fantasy season, guys. We have the mock draft episode. You guys got to stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing a whole lot of mock drafts and discussing our picks for the upcoming fantasy season. And it should be very interesting. We got some guests coming up. We got the fantasy football season in full effect. The month of August is going to be filled with activities, tons of mock drafts. We're going to have a lot of guests coming on the show as well. And it's a fun way to kick off football season, man. I'm very excited. Last year, I managed to win at least one ring out of the 5 leagues that I'm in. So it wasn't too bad of a season. I know you guys are rooting for better days or yours.
Give it up.
An odds man playing against the odds.
Very noble man.
Wow. Hey, you got a ring. That's all that matters.
Yes, a gentleman's ring. Congrats, bro. But now it's a new season, and now
that's right. And what's unique about our league is that we wait until the last possible weekend before the season starts in order for us to draft. So you only have 1 weekend to set your lineup, to set your draft picks, and really kick off that championship season that you're rooting for. So we're gonna get into that in one of our upcoming episodes where we discuss fantasy leagues and how we operate, what's the dynamics on everything. And I'm very looking forward to having everybody on here as well so we can discuss our fantasy leagues. So it should be very exciting, guys. Don't forget, we're going to have pretty good stuff coming up. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure you post a comment. We love to hear from you guys. Check us out on Instagram, Raw Fantasy Sports. I am your host, Jerry, along with X and Bones. On our 3rd episode of the Raw Report, baby. We're out of here.
Salute.